Thank you for sticking with us right here on The Noon. It's our Legal Ease segment, and we're talking about a new T app that's stirring up controversy about what you can and can't post online. Of course, joining us is our expert, attorney Jahan Gibson from Great Lakes Legal Group. This was, and now let me explain the app so everybody gets it. The app was, it's only for women.
Yes.
Women go onto the app and they talk about dating the men with pictures.
Right.
With pictures of the men. And then the other women can come in and talk about if they dated the same man and their experience. And there's a waiting list of women to get on this T app.
Yes.
Spilling the
Literally
T.
spilling
T
the tea.
app. So here's the thing. How can they take men's pictures and post them without the men's consent?
So I think the issue boils down to what they're doing with the pictures. Now, if somebody goes on there and posts a picture and tells a true story about what happened with Bob and what Bob did that was so terrible,
right?
If it's true, Bob doesn't really have much recourse, right?
Really?
Yeah, so I think the problem becomes if you're mad because you all broke up, he moved on, and you go in there and start making up stuff about Bob.
So
that's when it becomes an issue.
It has to be untrue. So are we talking about, what is it called, slander? What are we talking about?
Slander or libel. So slander means it's oral, like verbal, and then libel means it's written. So if you're going on this app and you're posting a picture and you're putting Bob cheated on me 12 times with my sister and whoever else, and he did this and this and that,
and
that's
if it's
libel.
true,
and if it's true, what's Bob gonna say? I mean, he'll be mad, but he can't sue for defamation.
He can't sue for defamation.
Not for defamation.
Now, why can't men be on this app? Can men sue to get on the app to see what's being said?
You know, that's interesting. One thing I saw when I saw that it was only for women.
Yeah.
You know, could they sue the app and say, hey,
that's
you know, we're not allowed on here? But I think, I mean, without regard for sex, I think the goal is to make sure that a group of individuals, you know, can get access. So then maybe you should create a T for men then.
Oh, that's not illegal.
Maybe that should be the answer. Create a T for men that's only for men. Then they get information on women.
Okay, so what if it's an opinion? Bob's feet stank. Bob's feet stink. Then another woman comes saying, Bob's feet do stink.
Yeah. That's
just their opinion. Is that libel?
So that is interesting. That's important because if you're presenting something as a fact, that's when it is defamatory. If it is your opinion, now what it would be right to say is, I think Bob's feet stink.
Oh, does that clear you?
I mean, not.
Can you say allegedly?
It depends.
Does that help?
It depends. It depends on the lawyer on the other side. I know I would say, listen, for me, I always smelled corn chips when Bob took his shoes off, right? So I don't know if that's what but whenever he was around me, I always smelled Fritos.
That's a good way to do it.
So, you know, package it in such a way.
Some people like Fritos, some people don't.
I don't like Fritos.
Right.
So I would just say, you know what I mean?
Wow. Wow, well done, well done. Now, would you say that this is, the app in general is successful, and there's generally what we're saying is nothing can be done? It's going to exist.
So I think it's going to exist for now. I haven't seen anything going on where the app can be held responsible.
Right.
I think right now, based on what I've seen, if anyone gets in trouble, it's going to be the users of the app. So it'll be interesting to see how this thing plays out. I mean, there's some other things that folks can try to claim, false light, but I think the biggest thing that will come out of it is defamation.
Because, and I hate to keep talking about this point, and we can move on, let you go after this. There are publications, newspapers that have printed things recently with celebrities and had to pay that celebrity for what they printed.
Yes.
So how's that different?
So it depends on the situation. First of all, celebrities are held to a different standard, right?
Okay.
With your average person, the private person, it's just got to be negligence. With a celebrity, I'm pretty sure you remember the Cardi B drama, and she sued the, can't remember her name, but there has to be like actual malice. So meaning that somebody either made the statement knowing that it was false, or they were super reckless when they made the statement.
Wow.
So if that's the case and there's not some sort of applicable exception or anything like that, you can be liable no matter who you are.
Wow, thank you for clearing that up. We appreciate you. Have you dealt with a lot of libel?
We've dealt with a lot of libel, most of the time in the business context. Like a little bit, I mean, a lot of folks will call, but I think most of the stuff that folks call with, we say, listen, it's wrong, but what's morally wrong is not always what's legally wrong.
There you go.
Yep.
All right, Jahan Gibson, she's a real attorney. We appreciate the advice always. You can find more advice at Great Lakes Legal on their website. We'll put a link on our website at fox2detroit.com/links. Appreciate you every time.
Love to be here.
All right, we'll be right back.